Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Kuat Transfer V2 2-bike platform rack here on our 2021 Mini Cooper. Now, right out of the gate, the biggest limitation with our Cooper is going to be our hitch. So, we're thinking bike racks, we're going to have to keep it lightweight and still pretty adaptable to our system. I think that's where the Transfer really starts to shine. Now, it is a little bit heavier than some of your more extremely lightweight carriers, weighing about 40 pounds because of our two-bike system here. However, it's still going to be very, very easy to manipulate, and it's not going to be dipping down too much into our tongue weight capacity on our hitches. You'll notice today, too, we do have our carbon frame bike up on here, and that's one of the distinct advantages you might see of some of our other lightweight bike rack systems. Since we are getting a tire hold system on here, we are going to be able to get these carbon frames bikes up on here because we aren't going to have any frame contact. What that means, we're not going to be deteriorating our carbon frames, won't be warping them, so it will be safe for these guys. With a 40-pound bike capacity as well per cradle system, we are going to get most of our standard and mountain bikes up on here with no trouble at all, especially because of our tire systems. Not going to have a big issue with those women's step through or even kiddos bikes up on this system at all. A great system too, as you'll see, or design in the system, I should say, is this U-shaped frame. What that means is we get a lot of usability not only for us to be able to get up close to our bike, but also hopefully reducing the damage that it's doing to our backup camera ability. As you can see, doing a good job of giving us a good kind of wide berth for us to see. The arm system itself is extremely nice too. I like how smooth it is, as well as having just a pretty good resistance. You'll notice how this lever actually works too, makes it extremely versatile for a host of systems. We are able to get to those smaller bikes, as you can see, but also our tall ones. That ratchet system doing a good job of holding that up, making sure we're not going to be popping off anytime soon. On the end of our U-frame here too, you'll notice that we do have a locking core on the back here. Now it does have an included locking cable that we can go ahead, string through both of our bikes and clip it in right on the end here. And one thing I like about this, it's on the end. It's not on the inside. I'm not having a fight with my bikes. It is just right there, easy for me to use. Obviously the Kuat Transfer looks really stylish, but I think it's also extremely easy to use. The inside strip here is what's going to be our first contact to get our bike off. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's actually see one of its amazing capabilities, which is its tilt-away function. Again, that U-frame doing a good job. Allow me to get up and close here. I can go ahead and just press in on that lever. As you can see, that's going to go ahead and allow us to tilt down and out of the way. As you can see, allowing us quick and easy access to the back of our Mini Cooper. Now I can get in here, if we got any coolers, bike helmets, anything like that, I have quick and easy access to it. Maybe we're at the grocery store and we just have the bikes on here, or maybe at a gas station. Nice clean access without having to remove those bikes is always so nice to see. One of the only options I've seen out there of the platform, or I'm sorry, any of the bike racks I've thrown on here today. So really like to see that I can leave those bikes on there and still access the back of my vehicle. One of the distinct advantages of this guy. Now to actually get this bike off, as we talked about, all we have to do is come to our strip on the end here, push on that lever, allows our ratchet strip system to go ahead and disengage. It doesn't have anything nothing too crazy going on with it. As you can see, just a little simple strip that's actually holding that bike in there. But the big guy that's doing most of the work is our arm system. Now we already kind of showed how that works. I want to make sure I have a good handle on my bike before I remove this. And it does have a nice little ergonomic grip for us to kind of grip onto, giving us good purchase for our thumb to press in on that lever, bringing that arm system up to the side. And one thing that's great about it, guys, we can get those heavy 40-pound bikes up on here, and now we can get up and close and personal to my bike, get that center of mass underneath it, and lift up and away, and I'm all ready to ride. You can imagine, too, that bringing this on is just as simple. All we got to do, walk right up, insert it, and start strapping down, and we'll be good to go. So love seeing how easy that is to use, and I really like that U-frame design. As you can see, very, very user-friendly. Now with any hitch-mounted vehicle, or I'm sorry, accessory on our vehicle, we are going to be adding a little bit of length to our vehicle. So let's go ahead and take a look and see just what we're working with here. Definitely going to be a little bit lengthy. I'm seeing that shank doing a good job, yes, of getting away from the edge of our Cooper. Definitely adding a little bit of length though here. And from the rear of our bumper to the end of our mast, going to put us right here at our wings at 38.5 inches. So definitely a little longer than some of the other ones I've seen out there. So that's definitely something to take into consideration. But keep in mind, we are getting a good tilt-away feature with this guy and one of the more sizable weight capacities on this. So you kind of have a little pro and con there. But we do have a way of actually shortening that down if we want to pull this in the garage, or maybe we're in some tight parking places. We just need a little bit of help. All we have to do is come right here to our lever system, press that guy in. If you wanted to, you could bring those arms out of the way, but I find it easier just to kind of do that, or hook a boot kind of underneath, cheekily like. But all we have to do is go ahead and come right in here, take a quick measurement. That's putting us right at 9 inches to our cradle for the inside dimension there, and to our outside post, which is going to be that lever system, putting us right at 16 inches. So definitely doing a good job of getting up and out of the way. I think we're going to have no trouble at all getting our Cooper into the garage. Already a smaller vehicle, so we definitely get a lot of room to play with. So I like seeing that, and we actually get to utilize that full system there. Now, another important dimension to keep in mind is our clearance to the ground. So in this position like this, definitely going to be something to keep in mind. I'm seeing this anti-rattle device already kind of close to the ground. Go ahead and give a couple dimensions here, guys. And at 9 3/4 to that position there, and at 10 and a little bit more than 3/4, so about 10 7/8 there. As you can see, definitely something to consider, especially if a very steep driveway. As those front wheels go up, the back wheels will go down, and so will our hitch-mounted accessories. But in its platform position, as you can see, furthest point is going to be either one of these wings here on that U-frame, and right above 16 inches, about 16 1/4 to the end of that post. I think we're going to be pretty much well enough out of the way. As we said, if we're doing any kind of craziness on it, I'd definitely just watch that clearance. Moving our way down the receiver here, you can see we do have an 1 1/4 receiver naturally. Now these guys do have a sleeve adapter if we needed to throw them on there, and you can also get a 2-inch hitch protection if you had another vehicle. But today, on this model, do we have the 1 1/4 doing great for our hitch today. And on the inside, we just have a simple little pin and clip that's just simply a little alignment tool and a last case security measure of holding this rack onto here. However, with this anti-rattle device that's been included, don't think we're going to have any issue at all. And it's actually on the inside here, or the outside I should say, right here on the end, and it actually has a double wombo here, as we are getting our security device included with this. Now this anti-rattle device, if we use the included tool, it is going to be tightening that cam on the inside of our receiver. And as you can see, that little indent there, we're not going to be able to move this unless we actually have the right tool. So not just a simple little Allen key is going to be able to remove this guy. So we are going to be nice and secure here. And as you can watch, as I shake this guy, it's shaking the entirety of the vehicle. So yes, we're making sure that our rack stays to our vehicle, but not only that, we're reducing a lot of the play that our rack would start feeling. So that's going to make a nice smooth ride for ourselves, our bike rack, and of course our bikes as well. Well, I think the Transfer does a lot of things so well. Yes, we're getting those two 40-pound bikes up on there, but it's not going to be too bulky, definitely not going to be heavy to actually put it in there. I really like the carrier. Obviously, it looks really good, and I really don't think you can beat that lever system of how easy it is to utilize, bringing that up and down, those arms as well, as you can see, getting out of the way, allowing us to get up and close and personal to those bikes to take them on and off. Well, I think that about does it for a look at the Kuat Transfer V2 here on our 2021 Mini Cooper. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.